Hello everybody, my name is Algam, and welcome to SCP-6634. I actually don't know what it's about because on the website there is no description of what it is, and I don't want to go to the discuss area because I don't want to get spoiled on it, so let's just jump right in. Let's keep the filter on. Wake up. Hello? Hello? Do you copy? Agent Chen. Dr. Sanghara, respond. What? My head. Are either of you able to access your radios? Dr. Sanghara fumbles for her radio and bag. I'm here. Are you trapped? Can you get up? No, I'm fine. What happened? There was a collapse on your way to the cave. We're not sure what happened, but we're working on it. Chen, are you... Chen? Oh god. Is Chen trapped? He's dead. I need you to check his pulse. If you can revive him, we'll be able to get you both out in the hour. We have the technology for that? His head is... crushed. Fuck. Okay. Indira, I need you to move Chen away from the cave entrance. Do not stand underneath it. The team is arriving soon to excavate. We do not want the rubble falling on you. Okay. Okay. He's heavier than I was expecting. I told you we shouldn't have gotten comfortable yet. It's only the second expedition. The ground must be more unstable than expected. Is that all you have to say? Now is not the time to assign blame. Right. We need to start excavating. What about Chen? Leave the body where it's at. We'll retrieve it when we get down there. Find some place to camp out and try to keep yourself occupied. Great. We should get you out within the hour. Okay, this is interesting stuff. To view the file, or any two items to combine. A tablet used to record preliminary data on the anomaly and ecosystem. SCP-6634, Object Class Euclid. Pre-containment Procedures A. A temporary drilled entry point near the top of Mianhua Cave will be used for entry while research takes place. Full decontamination of all individuals upon exiting the cavern to prevent the potential spread of 6634 outside of Mianhua Cave is required. Potential anomalous properties of Mianhua Cave, SCP-6634, the ecosystem within it, are currently being researched. No life support equipment is required within the cavern for healthy individuals. Due to minimal risk and the breathability of the atmosphere, only small teams with minimal equipment are necessary. Well, so much for that. 6634 is a prolific black wool-like alga that grows at the bottom of the saltwater pools in Mianhua Cave, a sealed cavern intercepted at approximately 29 meters beneath the surface in the Yunnan province, China. 6634's primary source of energy is currently unknown, but results in the production of ketones, methane, and oxygen. The oxygen and methane content of the cave is elevated compared to the broader atmosphere of Earth, but remains safely breathable. 6634 has adapted to rely on several ketones for respiration and does not require glucose. Its cells resemble algae in the Odogonium genus, but do not contain chloroplasts. 6634's cells contain an automorphic organelle closely resembling what the? Stenophore cells? Okay. This form of atrophy has created an ecosystem made up entirely of carnivores. Well, crap. 6634 and all life in the ecosystem it supports are endemic to the cavern. Currently, 7 species, including 6634, have been described within the ecosystem, and none, besides 6634, have been observed to be anomalous. All described species rely exclusively on dietary ketones, but produce glucose for respiration through gluconeogenesis, as is typical of carnivores. All are descended from marine species that have split somewhere from 485-462 Maya. It is currently estimated the cave was sealed off sometime between the early to mid-Ordovician period. Described species, Crinoidea, crabpot crinoid, Hemicordata. Oh no, there's so much to read. Okay, tea lily. A species of land-adapted crinoid, the braccia of its crown has fused to a tightly knit cup adapted to collect water that drips off stalactites above and consumes the waste from the symbiotic picade that live in their cups. They reproduce asexually through spores that grow into larvae and collect on humidity in the air. Once the water collects as dew on the surface, the larvae drip down and fix themselves on the floor to grow. Okay, that's probably going to be one way that we die. The crabpot crinoid, or Nepenthes captionin. A species of crinoid that has evolved a basket shape with an opening resembling a crab pot or fish trap. The majority of its nutrients come from filter feeding. Infrequently, a drift worm will float into the opening and become trapped. It is hypothesized that as the carcass breaks down, they provide additional nutrients to the crinoid. No additional species large enough to become trapped has been observed within the ecosystem. The Vena worm, or Nocividolors tricensis, a parasitic God, there's gonna be so much mispronunciation in this. A parasitic enteronucleate, hemicordate. The majority of its body has shrunk and become vestigial, only housing internal organs. Its thin proboscis has a V-shaped tip at the end it uses to burrow into the host crinoid stalk and its cup. Crinoid hosts appear unable to support their usual symbionts. If infected, it is unknown why. The driftworm. Pseudomedusa phantasmae. Oh god. A free-floating enteronucleate hemicordate has evolved several traits convergent with cnidarians, most notably the free-floating lifestyle and the presence of stinging cells. Driftworms have evolved a siphon on the bottom of their bodies, which they use to move around their environment. Chordata. The teacup picade, or Lilium domus stagnans. A small stem chordate that lives symbiotically within a terrestrial crinoid species cup. It lives exclusively in the cups of this species. It is currently unknown what the picades gets out of the relationship. Each cup can support up to 3 specimens. All stem chordates endemic to Mianhua Cave belong to the order Picaiformes, a taxon that also includes the Middle Cambrian species Picaea gracilians. Species within this order are referred to as picaids. Letterbone picaid. Coltronasum cervus. A stem chordate's longer than its typical of cephalochordates. This species has a sharp knife-like proboscis it uses to pick remnants of food out of the crab pot crinoid's arms. The species, cephalocaudal, length is longer than most other currently living cephalochordates, reaching 7 centimeters not including the bone. All stem chordates endemic to Mianhua Cave belong to the order Picaiformes, a taxon that also includes the Middle Cambrian species Picae gracilens. Species within this order, yes. Alright, what else we got? A box full of neatly packed and sterilized fish heads to use as bait. A full water bottle, no greater evil than single-use plastic. A floor lamp, to be used to set up camp. Okay, well, what about you? What's back there? Oh, whoops. Perhaps I should have explored more, but... Dry, relatively secluded, flat. This looks like a good enough place. I'll set up camp here. Any word on how long this is going to take? Find some place to rest? Yes. You're going to be down there a bit longer than expected. The excavation team wants to make sure the whole cave doesn't collapse on you. Okay, how long? Do you still have the bait? I wish you'd just answer my questions. Yes. Keep it away from the wildlife. It won't taste good, but it's edible. What do I do for water? Isn't there a lake down there? It's salt water, and not to mention that there's probably all forms of organisms living in it. Did you read nothing I'd written before lessening safety measures on this expedition? Don't be dramatic. You have a water bottle. It won't be more than a few days. I'll be on the other end of the radio the whole time. The battery should last a week. You should rest for a little while. It'll help the time pass. I guess I can just rest my eyes for a little bit. Day 1, 1400. Ryan, any progress? Still surveying. We're bringing out the ground-penetrating radar. Okay. The water bottle is half empty. A sealed box full of baits. This bait needs to be saved for food. A standard issue floor lamp. Click on the tablet to view the file or open any two items to combine. Can I head back? What's this? Small stomach chordate that lives symbiotically with a crinoid. It's unclear what it's getting out of it. This species was initially described on the first expedition. Tea lily, cup-shaped crinoid that collects water to feed on the waste. The water from its cup is dripping from the bottom. Is that? Dr. Senghara tastes the water from the bottom of the crinoid. Oh, of course! Quill, the tea lilies. They're not completely watertight. Okay. I can't believe that I missed this before. I think they're filtering the water. They're concentrating microbes on the ceiling for the picaids to eat. That's what the picaids get out of the arrangement. Okay. Cool. Let's just look at the crinoid, alright? The solid condenses microbes in water. Ew, I don't like that. Parasitic, related to acorn worms, it siphons the microbes condensed in the cup. Wait, no, I didn't want to do that. SCP-6634, an autotrophic algae that produces ketones, oxygen, and methane. It is the anomaly currently being studied and the keystone of the ecosystem. What are these things? Driftworms, floating hemichordates that filter feed on 6634. They've evolved similarly to cnidarians. The species was initially described on the first expedition. Letterbone picoid. With an hardened knife-like proboscis. They use it to scrape off and consume food particles caught in the crab pot crinoid's arms. Crab pot crinoid. Okay, evolved the shape of a fish trap. Occasionally a driftworm will become trapped within it and be consumed. Initially described. Okay. So I imagine I'm going to use the head snaps off while being pulled up from the rocks. Teacup lily added to the inventory. The liquid remains in the cup, but the young parasite is slowly pulled from the bottom. Ugh, disgusting. Vena worm discarded. It's writhing. Not the colors I was expecting. Better get a photo. Okay. Well, that solves that problem. No more worrying about the water. What's happening? I'm using one of the tea lily cups as a filter. You sure that's safe? Didn't you tell me to stop being so dramatic about safety? Okay, okay. Well, I guess I've solved that problem. Anyway, I think that's enough for now. I'm going to bed. Doubt I'll get much sleep. Alright, get some rest. We'll have more news in the morning. Oh, 700. Indira, are you awake? Yes. Damn, my neck. We can say confidently we'll get you out on the 24th. 2 more days? You're gonna have to hold out. Alright. Uh-oh. What the hell? Aquil, the body's gone. I don't know where it went. What? Was Chen not dead? I don't know, it's just gone. I think something got to it. The Vena worm has attracted a new species. Ah, something new. A new species? Yeah, they're going after a parasite that fell from the tea lily I broke. You know, the endemic species probably have a taste for each other. They might be more effective as a lure than the bait I brought with me. Just don't add anything back to the extinction list. Well, what are these things? Oh, Quill. We didn't find any arthropods on our last look, did we? No. Well, I found one. Small. It's terrestrial? I think it's a radiodont. A radiodont? It's got the mandibles and lobes. Looks like you hear it. Looks almost like an isopod. Write down what you can about it now. A pillbug radiodont. First example of it in the Mianhua cave. The endites and spines on this species' frontal appendage suggest it descended from the Hieridae family. The wing-like lobes of the species have become smaller and 12 additional legs have grown beneath them. The species resembles terrestrial isopods and is hypothesized to fill a similar ecological role. So I'm going to want to get all of those. Pillbug radiodont added to the inventory. It curls up into a ball. A curled up pillbug. And are similarly capable of folding their bodies into a ball-like shape. Well, I know what I'm doing this time. Here, have a pillbug. Alright. Hey, there's more. Well, I'm sure that's all I can do for now. I guess it's time to rest. I'm getting nervous walking around. Whatever took Chen is in here somewhere. Not much left to do. I'm going to hold out in here and keep an eye on the door. It's an animal. It's probably more scared of you than you are of it. Oh, shut the hell up, Aquil. Oh, no. Starting to get too bored of sitting here. I might risk it. Well, try to keep yourself safe. I'm going to regret this, but let's take a look outside. Hey, we got something new. Another new species. Something new. Is that a horseshoe crab? Horseshoe crab? No. Oh, I think it's a Eurypterid. A sea scorpion. Yeah. Oh, wow. I can kind of see air blowing. The paddles. I can kind of see under it. I think they're blowing air over their gills. Weird. There's so much reading. Cracker Eurypterid. Cheliphopteris unguibus. A terrestrial species of Eurypterid with large decapod-like claws used to open shelled prey. Okay, it's a bit cut off there. The species is relatively small and has adapted to life entirely on land. Its first set of gills, previously used for breathing in aquatic environments, have become vestigial, and the second set for breathing air have grown larger and have become sheltered by adapted paddles that have fused to form a chamber, retain moisture, and flap to continuously pump fresh air over them. It relies on this motion and the increased oxygen in the cave's atmosphere. Okay, can I eat it? That's the biggest question, can I eat it? Oh no, I should have taken more of those pillbugs when I had the chance. What is that? Where did... What the... Where did that come from? What's going on? Some kind of colonial organism. There's no way this was hiding in the algae. It floats. Maybe it came from the waterfall? The waterfall just feeds from condensation. There's no body of water up there. This thing looks delicate. It looks kind of like Orthograptis. Now I'm even more confused. Did you find anything weird on the ground radar? Extra caves? No. Maybe look around? Might be a secondary anomaly. It's a benthic peacade? Looks like a slug, but it also looks like a peacade. Well, I mean, can I eat any of these? I can... Okay, I'm not going to touch that. A stem chordate that has evolved a benthic lifestyle, similar to sea slugs. It has evolved a foot, akin to gastropods, and its gills have migrated up the sides of its body. All stem chordates endemic to Mianhua Cave, belong to the order Picaiformes, a taxon that also includes the Middle Cambrian species. Yeah, I think I already read some of that. Nectohabitevate Limax. Bullatristiqui dulcis. Mochi donut graptolite. Amazing name. A medium-sized planktonic graptolite, likely related to and somewhat resembling Orthograptis, with a roughly spherical pneumatophore and bulbous torus-shaped gonagium. However, its stripes more closely resembled Didymagraptis, or tuning fork graptolites. This is suspected to be a superficial resemblance. Like all graptolites, the species is a colonial organism made up of small hemochordates, pterobranchs. The species' appearance within the pond is hypothesized to have been coincidental. Exactly where within the cave system this species originated from is as of yet unknown. Well, why don't we take some of this? I wonder if I can just... I reach my hand into the anomaly. Our hand reaches a curve in the liquid. Then air. Oak quill? So, I put my hand in SCP-6634. Okay. It's a spatial anomaly. Sanghara parts the algae, the bottom of the pond is visible. I bet I could go into it. Indira? No. I know, but the wildlife seemed to be able to traverse into it just fine. Not entering a spatial anomaly without preparation is like day one field training. Great. This thing's bigger on the inside. This form of autotrophy is powered by fauna moving between Mianhua Cave and the extra-dimensional space. SCP-66341, located within SCP-6634. It was not initially noted in the first expedition. The space is extensive and has obscured the diversity and scale of the ecosystem. The entire system has yet to be mapped. So in other words, you're telling me that there's an animal in there that probably got to the corpse and is now feasting on it. Is that what you're telling me? Oh well, let's just rest for a bit. And hopefully nothing comes out of that pocket dimension. Taking another little break. I'm losing track of time. It's about 2300. Crap. I guess I'm gonna try to sleep. Put something against the door. There's no loose rocks. Day 3, 900. Indira, you alright? Yeah. Oh good, you just slept in. Try not to ruin your sleep schedule, too bad. I'm more worried about whatever ate Chen. Well, the thing is gone. I shouldn't. But... no. You know, let's enter it. A few seconds of looking around wouldn't hurt anyone. Well, it would appear that I died. A reinforced steel tube for structural support and ladder is to be maintained as an entrance into Mianhua Cave and is to remain sealed at all times apart from ongoing in-person research or maintenance. If entrance into Mianhua Cave is essential, expeditions require approval from 2 level 4 personnel, a team of at least 5 individuals, and enough food and water for 2 weeks. Full decontamination, yes. Addendum. 2 expeditions into Mianhua Cave have taken place. The first expedition was completed without complication by a team of 5, Dr. Senghara and 4 MTF operatives, stationed in the Yunnan province on December 20th, 2023. 7 out of 12 of the known species, including SCP-6634, were described during this expedition. Due to the success of the first expedition and the lowered perceived risk, a second expedition with a 2-person team, Dr. Senghara and Agent Chen, was approved and carried out on December 23rd, 2023. On entry into the cavern, a cave-in occurred. Agent Chen was killed immediately. Dr. Senghara survived the initial cave-in but became lost in SCP-6634-1 after disregarding instruction to not advance into the anomaly alone. Okay, well, I suppose that's the end of this run then. Ending 4, Rookie Mistake. SCP-6634, where the flood couldn't reach. Oh, okay. Well, back into the breach we go. I feel like crap. You've been sitting there for a whole day looking at your tablet. Nothing else to do. Still no water either. Starting to feel really crappy. If nothing else, water from the beach should keep you alive. I worry they're too salty to do that. Indira, you alright? I've got pretty bad vertigo. Still no water. I'm just going to keep laying down a little while longer. Just hang in there. Alright, it would appear that I have died. And Dr. Sanghara was trapped in the cave for 71 hours without water. Following recovery, Dr. Sanghara was discovered unresponsive in a small branch of the cavern and admitted to the medical ward to receive intravenous fluids. He is expected to make full recovery. Oh, so there was really nothing else there, eh? Ending 1 of 4, speed run killer. Okay, well, I was kind of expecting us to die. But you know what, this is fine too. Whoops, I did not mean to pick up the anomaly. It's not stinging anymore after I pull it out of the water. Not quite like Nidarians after all. So I can just take these with me then? I'll just let that thing sit there. Oh my god, I can have all the drift worms I want. I imagine that that's not how that's supposed to work, where I could just keep bouncing around from one area to the other, and then they just respawn, but, you know, I gotta take full advantage of my surroundings. What are those things? Another new species. Conodont. It's a conodont. Voracious species, too. It's already eaten the bait. Conodont? Maybe it was hiding in the algae? I'll upload some more images for you. Alright. Lacemouth. Magnodon album. It actually sounds like a name for an album. A jawless fish characterized by its long net-like teeth and hair-like tail. It uses these teeth to rake through the sediment to reach soft-bodied invertebrates and decomposing algae. It shreds its meals into pieces and uses suction to consume them. This species belongs to the class Conodonta, jawless fish commonly used as an index fossil and formerly believed to be extinct. It is currently the only vertebrate species recorded within Mianhua Cave. Wait, what? I can put something in there. Place driftworm in the crab. Hey, I got a lacemouth. A lacemouth split in half down the middle would make good bait. The species is also preyed upon by the carnivorous plant-like crabpot crinoid. Oh, well, I probably wanted to leave that there then. I just want more pill bugs, and to explore more of the ecosystem, alright? Whoa, oh, what is that? Another new species. Whoa. This is a big slug peacoid? Way too big to have been hiding here. I can take it. I struggle to lift the slug peacoid. Oh, hefty. Yes, of course. Let me just... It's trying to eat its way out of the bag. Might work as bait. You know what? Sure, why not, alright? You know what? Let's leave this giant slug here. Hopefully it won't just leave. Aww, look at the cute little guy. It's trying to eat the floor. There is not a single sign of intelligence inside that thing. Alright, oh wait, hold on a second. Just gonna leave that driftworm there. Oh, wait, no, not the driftworm. This. It's a bigger thing. It's a bigger bait. So maybe we'll get something even bigger. Holy mother of... Whoa. You must be what ate Chen. Oh god, this was a horrible idea. Oh, you don't seem very interested in me at all. What's going on? I think I found what ate Chen. You good? I think so. What is this thing? Another new species. Huh, a trilobite. Where are you finding these things? Around. As one can sort of wiggle its spines. Typically those are solid in fossils. A giant terrestrial radiodont. A slow, opportunistic species that consumes slow-moving or already dead prey. Not interested in active predation. I should probably keep my distance anyways. Don't want to push my luck. In other words, that thing might try to eat me in my sleep, is what you're telling me. Let's leave a pillbug here. Speaking of, let me just squeeze past you there, bud. Sorry to interrupt your meal, alright? Alright, let's take a look at what the gigantic... First off, this one. Simumcacium comedentis, the wiggle trilobite. A species of trilobite that has developed additional appendages on the top of its body and tail. These appendages were at one point fixed in place in its ancestors, but have since become mobile. This species likely belongs to the order of Phasopid trilobites. The exact purpose of this adaptation is unknown, but the trilobite appears to use these appendages as a means of sensing vibrations in its surroundings, similarly to extinct spiny trilobite species. The flexibility of these appendages may improve its ability to feel out its surroundings. This species is amphibious, only able to leave the water temporarily before its exposed gills dry out. And then we got the mother of all, Arthrocharius gigantea, an extremely large species of radiodonts found within Mianhua Cave. It is a slow, passive grazer-like species. Despite its carnivorous diet, it fills a similar ecological niche as a large herbivore. It only feeds on slow-moving prey, dead prey, and algae. It does not actively hunt or pursue prey. It was observed slowly consuming pieces of a slug, Peakade, as it crawled back into the water. The species presumably spends the majority of its time within SCP-66341, only entering Mianhua Cave to scavenge for food. Interesting. Well, I mean, I'd like to take one of these things, but... I feel like that's going to be like the key to something. Oh. Our friend left. How wonderful. Guess I'll sleep for the night. Indira, you alright? Right, let's see what we caught on the lure this time. Nothing. Fantastic. This was a huge waste of my time. How much longer is this going to take? Just hold on. Good news. We're getting you out first thing tomorrow morning. Finally. I really don't want to get eaten by that thing. Oh, what? I can't put any more bait there. Well, that sucks. Well, I guess I just have to rest then. I'm going to try to sleep before you come here. See you tomorrow morning. Indir, wake up. What do you want? It's time. Dr. Sanghera, are you in here? Oh, thank God. I'm in here. I'm coming out now. Oh, it's still here. Watch out for the Arthrocarius. Whoa. Just leave it alone. It won't come at you, but don't push it. Ah, wow. You look like crap. I just need a shower, something to eat, and a plate of real food. Glad to see you're alright. Currently 17 species. Wow, we found a whole ton. 7 of the 17 known species, including SCP-6634, were described during this expedition. Dr. Sanghera was able to document 10 new species and SCP-6634-1 as she awaited rescue. Ah, okay. So in other words, I found all the species, right? 9 of 8. Ending 3 of 4, making the best of it. I'm going to assume that 9 of 8 was like, the 9th one was, I guess, maybe SCP-66341? That's my guess anyway. Because I believe that there was only all of the different animals there, you know? Other than that, I can't think of what the 9th one would be. Indira. Indira, wake up. What do you want? It's time. Dr. Sanghera? Dr. Sanghera, are you in here? Oh, thank God. I'm in here. Glad to see you're okay. Anyone find the body yet? Negative. Nothing out here. What do you mean, nothing out there? I left it right by the... Alright. This is all the same except... She was able to find water and survive within Mianhua Cave until found. Upon the recovery team's entry to the cave, Dr. Chen's body was discovered to be missing. His whereabouts are currently unknown. Ending 2 of 4. I survived 71 hours trapped in a cave and all I got was the stupid t-shirts. So that was SCP-6634. Overall a nice game, you know. I am curious as to why... Because this is from the SCP Foundation wiki, and there is no other documentation about it at all. So you just have to play the game and figure all of this out yourself. But yeah, as a game, I think it's nice, you know. It's essentially just you documenting the wildlife, figuring out how to survive there, which is really just combining the cup with the bottle, and that's it. There wasn't anything else you could combine stuff with. But, you know, it doesn't matter. I just like the tranquility and peace of just exploring a cave with, not unknown wildlife, but really weird creatures and whatnot. And it's good to know that there isn't anything there that actively wants to kill us, okay? Except for the big boy at the end, but I mean, it was said that that one was just more so going for things that are still, don't really move. The poor giant slug, it was so adorable. And to use it as bait like that, but yeah. Overall, aesthetically pleasing game, really nice atmosphere. I like the design of all the creatures, and it's overall just, the art style is really good. I enjoyed it. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and wherever you are, I wish you a good day, evening, or night, and stay safe everyone.